LeBron got mad at me because we was talking about Bronny, you know what I'm saying, about the draft. I really didn't want to touch on it because I'm like, bro, first of all, we shouldn't be talking about the 55th pick. Like, I get it, it's his son, but then we get to diving into it, and then next thing you know, sometimes you get that microphone in front of you or that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, now I got to go all the way there. You know, Bronny wasn't supposed to be a McDonald's All-American, you know what I'm saying? I say this, but it's real because in the history of it, we don't know too many people that average 14 points that's a Mickey D's All-American.
Kendrick Perkins talks about his beef with LeBron James. Check out what he had to say, and then I'll come back with my comments.
Like how I'm giving. So when you see somebody who take it to what your job is, they can misconstrue on what's real.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm going to give y'all an example. So Russell Westbrook is the godfather.
And that's exactly what I was thinking.
Is the godfather of my middle son. Like, the godfather. I go on TV. He's with the Lakers. Now, I come out and I say, I'm not even speaking from me and how I feel. I come out and I say reports. Because now I done already did research because you know how they did him in LA. They made him the scapegoat. Like that.
They were saying some bullshit about our man. That my man shot my boy.
They was doing that. And so what ended up happening was I went on TV and I said, man, Russ got to be
Look, at the end of the day, Russ, he wasn't as receptive of coming off the bench. Maybe he was standoffish, but when they try to make him the scapegoat of the Lakers, that's when I have an issue. Now, if he isn't playing good, if he's missing shots, that's one thing. If you're questioning, like, is he mentally prepared to come off the bench? That's another thing. But to use him as a scapegoat just to protect LeBron James, that's why I got an issue with a lot of the people on Fox and ESPN. They're going to use AD, Russ, and people like that as scapegoats to protect LeBron James and his legacy. So if the Lakers aren't doing good, who can we point the finger at? Russ, AD, and other people on that team. So at the time, I don't believe Perk said anything too crazy, but he had to let Russ know, like, hey, if he ain't receptive to coming off the bench, it could be over for you in the NBA.
And this was me speaking from the conversations that I'm getting from general managers. Like, you start to see that trend. We all went through that shit. It's like, oh yeah, starter, you starting for 10 years, all of a sudden, you the man, and then all of a sudden, oh man, you coming in off the bench. Then all of a sudden, you like, oh man, get me up out of here, man. This bullshit coach. Nah, it ain't the coach, it's that it's time.
It's the time.
Right?
It's
that time. So
and Perk, I'm gonna cut you off because we're gonna stay on that, but
yeah, it's tough when you're a star player in the league, a multiple-time All-Star, when you go to a different team and they let you know, hey, we run a different offense, running a different team. It's not like how it was when you were in Washington with the Rockets, with OKC. Russ came in there thinking that he was going to be a full-time starter, but eventually moseyed his way onto the bench. So maybe the transparency wasn't there. Maybe he thought in LA, I'm going to get an opportunity to start. It won't be an issue. Won't be able to go to the bench, but things change. So, of course, it hit Russ like a ton of bricks. Like, I thought I was going to be a full-time starter. And that was the beginning of the end for Russell Westbrook as far as being a starter in the league. And, again, he was able to bounce back when he went to the Clippers, went to the Nuggets, and now with the Kings. He understands he's not going to be a starter, but as long as he plays significant minutes and has a role on a team, I think that's all that Russ cares about.
Yes. So, like you said, that's just part of it. You know what I mean?
But he got to speak on it though.
Yeah.
He can't be like, my boy Zebo really averaged 20 and 10. He left the building. I got 9 and 8. But they looking for you to get 20 and 10. Like he can't lie.
All I'm gonna tell you is this. Go look, and history will tell you, any motherfucker that try to be biased towards players and not speak the truth, they don't stay at the ESPN for long.
Yeah. And yo, been there, boy.
They don't do that shit for long. So I gotta do it. I don't say nothing. I don't even say nothing that crazy. I'm just like, hey man, Russ gotta be careful. Nah, I didn't lie because you gotta think Russ went from making 60+ million to all of a sudden we start seeing Russ on that 3-4 million a year. Right after that.
Yeah, Russ is barely making any type of money compared to what he was making 5 and 10 years ago. So maybe Perk had a point as far as be careful. This is the beginning of the end for you if you don't get your mindset right and just be receptive to coming off the bench. And again, it looks like he was speaking facts. But again, as long as he's not being known as a scapegoat, being used as a scapegoat, I think that's where Russ has an issue. A lot of people in the media, they'll say one thing to your face, and all of a sudden behind the scenes, like LeBron allegedly, could be running plays to get you out of there. So as long as Perk is keeping it real, the realest he can keep it with mainstream and Disney, that's the best he can do. But at the end of the day, he didn't say nothing crazy, but Russ, he gonna take things personal, and looks like that ended their friendship.
I get a text from Russ. I get a text from Russ' wife. As soon as I get off, I look. I'm like, damn.
Oh, it's real then.
No, it's real. His wife, not him. I mean, that's like 6 paragraphs. She texted me so much, that wasn't even in the text form no more. That had broken up into like pages. So I get to read, and I'm like, oh, I never thought it would be you to turn, and I'm like, oh, damn. Like, like that type of time. So I'm like, after I get through reading it, I'm like, I want to respond, but I can't respond to no woman. So now my old lady then jumped in. She a firecracker. Girl, you got me fucked up. Who the fuck you
Shut up, man.
So now that she went all the way left. Cause she didn't jumped in. Right. And now she on some like, nah, we ain't on that. You ain't about to be, he ain't even say nothing. I just watch, cause my old lady, she really my biggest critic when I do shit, and she feel like I'm out of bounds, and she feel like, oh, I'm a fuck up a relationship, cause she got relationships. So she jumped, and then right then I already knew, but I'm still cool. The crazy thing is, like, I'm still cool with like Mama Westbrook, OG Westbrook,
like
I just seen, like that's my dog.
Hey, what's pops?
Yeah, unfortunately, you're gonna lose a lot of friendships in this media game, especially if you gotta try to keep it as real as possible. And again, once the wives get involved and they have the back and forth, that's where things can turn left. So thankfully, nothing crazy happened after the fact. Only thing with Russ is, I know your lady, your wife, she gonna rock with you, she gonna stand up for you, but I think he should be doing all the talking. There's a lot of stuff coming out with Russ, but he got his lady speaking on his behalf. So if you're Russell Westbrook, maybe you can mend these situations and try to get the homies back on the up and up. But at the end of the day, Perk, continue to keep it real. Don't troll. Don't do these bold takes to get clicks and views on ESPN. But I think you'll be good. He be saying some crazy stuff at times, but as long as it's not disrespectful to the parties that be, then I think he'll be good. But either way, LeBron, Russ, KD, a lot of people in the NBA, they ain't rocking with Kendrick Perkins anymore. He lost all of his friends.
Russ, KD, Bron, like I had to speak on the though, you know what I'm saying? And it be hard situations, bro. Like we talked about the McDonald's game, and like Bron got mad at me because we was talking about Bronny, you know what I'm saying, about the draft. I really didn't want to touch on it because I'm like, bro, first of all, we shouldn't be talking about the 55th pick. Like I get it, it's his son. But then we get to diving into it, and then next thing you know, sometimes you get that microphone in front of you, or that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, now I got to go all the way there.
Yeah, you got to go all the way there, and just because Bronny's the 55th pick, that don't mean that people should ignore that he's in the league. Yeah, it has a lot to do or everything to do with LeBron James, but got to keep it real with Bronny. For some reason, Bronny's protected in the media because of the greatness of LeBron James, but Perk said it best, you know? You get that microphone, you start rolling, and all of a sudden, you're going to keep it too real. More real than Clutch Sports and LeBron wants you to keep it real. So at the end of the day, Perk, stand on business. If Bronny's playing like trash, speak on it. I don't care if he's the 1,000th pick. Bronny shouldn't be in the league, and Perk kept it real, and LeBron didn't like that.
Yeah, it's like, man, look, man, we know what it is, man. It been that way. You know, Bronny wasn't supposed to be a McDonald's All-American. You know what I'm saying? I say this, but it's real because in the history of it, we don't know too many people that average 14 points that's a Mickey D's All-American. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't even believe he made All-State in California. I'm not trying to shit on him. I'm keeping it real.
You got to keep it real. And at the end of the day, Bronny didn't really earn anything. He was just known as LeBron James' son, and He was on a pedestal. And again, nothing wrong with pointing that out, but unfortunately with mainstream media, ESPN, Disney, they're going to make you look like the bad guy. That's why I listen to a lot of independent media on YouTube, the Dreamer Pros, the Kwame Browns, a lot of them out there that's keeping it real. I don't got to worry about something being filtered or them being powered by Clutch and these major agencies. So again, Perk, continue to stand on business. Bronny James is trash and he shouldn't be in the NBA.
Speaking basketball, but on the come up with things, you gonna speak on that.
But on the flip side of it, I got a little kid that was in Bronny class that was ranked above Bronny from my hometown in Beaumont, named Wesley Yates. You know what I'm saying? He was averaging 30, and as soon as he got a month away to get nominated, Bronny jumped him. But this man averaging 30. He been ranked above him this entire time.
Unfortunately, his 30 has no comparison to being the son of LeBron James. That's just what it is. The McDonald's All-American, they're running a business right now. We would rather have a Bronny that shouldn't be an All-American as opposed to Wesley that's averaging 30 points, ranked way higher than Bronny, but he's not the son of LeBron James, and he's not powered by Clutch Sports.
I got my whole town mad at me because I ain't speak on this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it be those situations, man, but I done got to the space of, to be honest, I gotta call it like I see it. If you fuck with me, you know, and half of the time I'm saying the same shit I'm saying on TV. I said it in the
face. That's one thing. Yeah. I'm he lead. We don't care. We just ugly. That's my man. He gonna tell you right. That way he's doing a pick and roll. I come up. He say Small thing. My man. I love that though, G.
But I gotta give you some flowers though, bro. You doing your thing, man. It motivate me. Keep me going in this space.
Yeah, he's doing his thing, but he can't all the way keep it real. He can keep it as real as ESPN wants him to keep it real. And eventually, I'm sure he got the calls from Rich Paul and Clutch Sports. I'm sure LeBron James maybe reached out through Rich Paul to get the perk. So at the end of the day, he did what he did. He said what he said. He wasn't wrong for questioning Bronny James being an All-American. He didn't really go too much in detail as far as Bronny being in the league, but we already know Bronny shouldn't be in the NBA, shouldn't have been an All-American, should be in college right now. What he did in the G League, imagine if he did that in his second or third year in college. Maybe he's drafted off his own merit or perception-wise, even though Clutch and LeBron, they would have pulled strings, but it would have looked better if Bronny was averaging 20 or 25 points out of college as opposed to 2 points a game and being the 55th pick. It's all about the optics. He made the Lakers look like a joke of a franchise.